Hello! Monsters About here and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 11 of my Durthu campaign, where we're currently dealing with Nakai the Wanderer. I managed to catch him in an ambush. I'm not sure how that is really going to help us. He has a lot of very scary units in his army. Cold One Riders, Blessed-Igors, Nakai himself, of course. The tree men are going to hold the line for as long as possible, giving our archers enough time to try and whittle down the enemy army. But where Nakai himself is, he is already chonking down our poor old treekin. So we're going to have to be really careful there. Meanwhile, on the flank, we have the Iron Hail Gunners. Now, these ladies pack short-range blunderbuss fire. So, basically, we're going to use them to hammer the flank of the... Oh my god, yeah, that's pretty effective. Shredding those Blessed-Igors. They're quite slow to fire, but when they do fire, they do a lot of damage. There's a lot of Horned Ones and Cold One Riders darting about, and so far, we've managed to hold them back. But if a breach does open up in our line, then our missile units could be overrun very, very quickly. You know, we're definitely doing good damage here, as long as we hold them back. Those Iron Hail Gunners are doing good. I mean, they've already got up to 1,200 damage dealt as gold, and they're really helping this flank mop up. The Dryads, I'm sending the Dryads in, but the Dryads are just getting annihilated. Like, they just do not stand a chance against the Saurus. The Saurus just rip them to shreds. The Treekin managed to hold the line, but even then, on our far left flank, where we've got Temple Guard and Nakai, the Treekin are starting to go down. Elsewhere, they are holding though, which is good. The Iron Hail Gunners are doing so much better than they have any right to be doing. Like, just shredding the enemy and being unmolested as well. But still, I mean, there's so many Blessed-Igors and Cold One Riders, not to mention the Stegiodon there. It's going to be very hard for us to deal with that. If we had, like, 3 units of them, maybe. Nakai taking a bit of arrow fire there, but he's pretty resistant to our missile fire. How resistant is he? He's got 24% missile resistance, 20% ward save, and 20% physical resistance, which means not much of our missile damage gets through. Does he have a heal as well? He's got perfect vigor, he's got damage resistance, I guess he doesn't have a heal, thank God. Just as well, really. Uh-oh, they've broken through. Run! Guys, leg it! Yeah, they do. I would run. Run, run, run! Fucking book it! Lads, get the fuck out of there. Fortune managed to get a befuddlement of mischiefs directly on their heads. And our Deepwood Scouts make good their escape, but with Nakai breaking through our line, that does mean we're in a little bit of trouble. As he now hits our flank and starts rolling up the line. Meanwhile, the Iron Hail Gunners continuing just to do their stuff with 46 kills, which might go meh, but a lot of those are Blessed-Igors and Cold Ones, so actually they've got like 3k damage dealt as gold and are continuing just to be absolute fucking legends, just really saving it. I mean, otherwise this flank would just be fighting forever. They'd probably eventually die, but they wouldn't be doing much damage to the enemies. Whereas the Iron Hail Gunners just managing to rip through the enemies attacking that line, and with any luck, eventually we can sort of unentrench those. Okay, well, we've now got a little blob of Treekin holding back the line. Meanwhile, we have some units breaking through our lines, including Horned Ones. One Horned One here, he still has not broken. He is still fairly happy with life, despite the fact all his friends are dead. If only I could gain that level of emotional stability in my life. And now, if I could kill all of a unit of horned ones and they're basically still fine, it means I'm going to have to wipe out the Temple Guard before they stop chasing me, which isn't really ideal. The Iron Hail Gunners have literally single-handedly managed to roll up this flank and save us, and are now just killing their way through a Stegidon as well. I think it's because they have so many shots. Look at that health just drop. Oh, almost dead. So close. Right, we've managed to give the Temple Guard the slip. They're still pretty happy despite the fact that they're just getting shot to pieces. But what this does mean is that they are soaking up a lot of arrow fire. And I don't have a lot of arrows left. And there's still quite a few enemies to kill. Including Nakai, who, I'll be honest, is a bit of a murder machine. Uh-oh. So, the Iron Hail Gunners have... Jesus Christ. The Iron Hail... What a... Oh. I always like the short range. Like the... oh, God. What are the Vampire Pirate units? Like that. I can't remember what they are. But those guys, fucking love them. Short range lads, amazing. So, get some shots out there if we can. But I think we're kind of a little bit behind a hill there. So we have to move them around. But we've now freed up a couple of units of Treekin, so they can come and help us out a little bit. Meanwhile, the Deepwood Scouts trying to get out of range of some of these lads. Although, truth be told, this battle does not seem to be going the way it did previously. Huh. Interesting. I'm fairly sure my general didn't flee. I'm fairly sure he was fine. Because the battle just happened here. My Deepwood Scouts just spent ages running away from the enemy. Interesting. Yeah, I think we've had a desync. So, obviously, I record the replays. And the replays are basically the battle fought again. But, if something in the battle doesn't quite go to plan, as it should do, then that can lead on to things not quite working. Like, you know, a unit that was sent to attack another unit, maybe that unit isn't in the same place, and suddenly things like snowball out of control, and it seems like that might be what's happening here. So the Deepwood Scouts are taking a little bit more damage than they did, I think. We're still being chased by some Temple Guards. There's now a big melee in the centre here. You know what? I might be wrong. Maybe this was what happened. I was just too busy, like, following the Deepwood Scouts to notice. So we do have the Iron Hail Gunners on the flank here. This looks familiar, so maybe I was wrong. So the Iron Hail Gunners continuing just to... Oh, just shredding that unit of Saurus. Racking up so many kills. Meanwhile, in the centre here, we don't really have... So there's a few Temple Guards against our Treekin. The Treekin should do okay against them. Now, if I had 2 units of Iron Hail Gunners here, and we had full ammo, we'd probably be okay. Yeah, you know what? I don't think my Treekin... And I don't think Optimus Prime did retreat, but I think this is back to basically what happened, so I think we're probably fine. And the Deepwood Scouts have run out of ammunition, for the most part. So now we're sending them into melee. They're not going to do very well against Temple Guard, but what else are they going to do? They don't have any ammunition, so they should have brought more arrows. If they didn't want to end up in melee combat, they should have brought more fucking arrows. Ow! Iron Hail Gunners getting electrified, but... They still got some shots left, and we really could do with that Stegidon being dead. They've only got 2 shots left. We have to be so careful. Now, we do have Winds of Magic, so I can keep healing ourselves, which is what I'm going to basically keep doing. So every time that Earthblood is available to cast, we slap it on everyone just to like keep our health topped up. This is now a battle of attrition. And I feel like it's one we can potentially win. So with the Temple Guard here, routed. It was a costly victory, but, you know, a victory nonetheless. We can now bring our Deepwood Scouts in. Unfortunately, we're completely out of ammunition, so anything they can do is jump into melee. The Ironhail Gunners have done amazing work, but are down to just one shot. Still, that is... They have just done astounding work. This battle has just... Everyone's dead. I mean, even if I lose this battle, I have effectively destroyed Nakai's army. Even if I lose this battle, if we were to then to fight with what we have left, I would have full ammunition, and they would all die. Now, the Ironhail Gunners are out of ammunition, and they've done so much good work. I am not going to throw them into melee combat like I am my Deepwood Scouts, because these guys... They've only, like, 1,446 damage dealt as gold. Garbage. Those are rookie numbers. You need to push those numbers up. So we're just going to sit here. We're going to keep grinding away. And I'm just going to stick this on fast forward because it's going to take a little while. Nakai is just going to continue to murder everyone that gets in his way. Some Temple Guard coming from the rear there. They are rampaging. We're just going to need to concentrate on Nakai and try and bring him down. If we can kill him, that will shatter the leadership of... I'd say the rest of his army, but like these two units who are still currently fighting. Optimus Pine flees the battle with only just under 500 health points left. Does manage to rally, fortunately, and comes back to the fight. Keeps healing up our lads. Nakai's only got 2,000 hit points left. He's almost down, but his health is just not going down very fast. We just need to keep healing ourselves up. And then I'm like, well, if we just throw Optimus Pine in, it might be enough. It might be enough to kill Nakai. So we throw Optimus Pine in there. Just to try and give us... literally, Nakai just needs... Nakai's unbreakable, so we need to kill Nakai to win the battle. He's just slowly killing everyone. So in the end, I throw Optimus Pine in there, and Optimus Pine does, unfortunately, go down. We just... Oh, it's so close. He's sub 1,000 hit points. Like... If we look at his kills, he's done pretty well. So we send Optimus Prime in there. Unfortunately, Optimus Prime does get killed. He does. I know he flees the battle. I thought he died. He just flees the battle, but then Nakai eventually does die, leaving us it's a Pyrrhic victory, but it's a victory nonetheless. I'll take it. I do think that man, or rather woman of the match, women of the match should really go to the Crane Gunners here, who racked up 5,738 damage dealt as gold, which is fucking insane. Ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. So, hats off to them. We did lose... that one. Never mind. Optimus Pine, he was wounded, but he's not out. He's fine. He managed to survive that battle just about. That's good. Tales of his death were greatly exaggerated. I almost didn't throw him in at the end, and then I did, and I felt like that was the mistake, but I don't know. At the time, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, just die. Orion, hi. Join your war against Lostrum. No, kind of got other things on, Orion. Oh, sorry. But geez, that was rough. That was rough. Okay, we can bop you. Just suicided yourself, which is fine. Optimus Pine managed to get the Wanderer No More trait. I think it's the first time I've ever actually seen that trait on anyone, because the Kai usually dies almost instantly. Now, the problem is, if I attack these guys, Is that going to kill anyone? It's going to kill a lot of people. Really? It's just 2 guys. It's just 2 guys. Oh, fuck. No one important died. That was the main thing. That, though, will be too hard to deal with. So, we're going to limp back. Limp back to base. I don't think we've got any other threats nearby. So, Durthu, how long before we've got 4 turns before we can deep root. But this is fine. Okay, we'll upgrade this one. Trilio died doing what she loved, being pummeled to death by human-sized lizards. I assume that's what she enjoyed anyway. It's hard to tell, really. You know, we don't kink shame on this channel. I was like, oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, of course. I'd kind of forgotten that Lords can actually get high and dark magic as a thing. Which I actually quite like. I quite like that because there's... Oftentimes you look at like a caster character, a Lord, and you kind of like, well, I could just get a wizard and that's basically the same thing, right? So it's nice that you kind of like a bit more variety. Like, you know, if you want either dark or high magic, you have to pick a caster. They've got something more about them that makes them, you know, more interesting, which I like. But let us get... Let's get you. Thanks. It's kind. It's very kind. Good. Okay, you can go in that army. We can, I mean, having killed Nakai's army, that was what was going around. It looks like Zhao Ming has quickly mobilized and is going to crush what remains. It looks like Lockyer has been wiped out as well. Grimgor is advancing into the mountains. That's good to see. Well, I mean, you know, unless you're at war with Grimgor, of course. Which, currently, we're not. Okie doke, okie dokie, friendly helping hands. Okay, let's just go and check Magritta, just to be on the safe side. I think... Did we clean this out, or did I forget? I might have forgot. It's fine. We'll clear this out, and then we'll worry about... Hello.
You would be flogged.
Penny Floater. That is an unfortunate name. There's someone who definitely got bullied at pirate school. Okay, Tree Wizard, you're just chilling there. That is fine. We're all good. You don't have anything really to do. Unless we can, like, really befriend these guys.
I am the heir of Anarium.
Like this.
I bid you welcome.
Hi.
As you say.
Should have really got that, and I can't now. Never mind. It's not going to make us that much money. That's fine. Okay, we can see what you're... Okay, you're attacking Malekith. So you are actually at war with Malekith. Are you now at war with...
in purest form.
Yep, don't know when that happened, but apparently it happened very quickly, so good to know. It's probably happened when that... I think they have to, like, land. They have to, like... Sea view doesn't work for the AI. It has to be on land. So these guys wouldn't see each other until one of their heroes landed on it, and then suddenly they'd meet each other and, you know, start fucking each other up, which is...
Itching for fresh battle.
Fine. Hello, Malekith. If I attack you...
To battle, sister.
Yeah, I thought you might run away. What do you have? You do have a lot of crossbows. That is a lot of crossbows. You know what? I probably would. I probably would. If I go over here, it might go horribly wrong, but you don't have that many armies in range. So let's see. Worst case scenario, everyone dies. That's worst case, obviously. There's no point upgrading that. 9 and possibly defend it. Where should we build? Argwylon is the... Okay, I guess if we build it here, that's fine. And we can get some elf boys. Some lovely elf boys. We're doing rather well, actually. It's only turned 66. And, you know, we're already healing one tree. Athel Loren's coming along nicely. We've got some more we could do. There's options there. Durthu, you haven't lived in the UK. You don't know what true suffering is. Defensive alliance. You know what? Sure. Sure. We could use a defensive alliance, especially when the Vermintide turns up, which is going to be the crisis that we have for this game. A dance with war. Ooh, sexy dancing. Interlopers into the trickster's woods have been caught and brought before you to face justice. The sentence is clear. Death. Yet before you can pass judgment, one of your captors issues a brazen challenge. If you can last 1 hour in battle with a war dance, then he and his friends go free. If not, he accepts your sentence. It is a bold request, but one you have an obligation to accept. Take the wager. Or just kill him. I don't have... I just feel like I'd take the wager. I'd just be like, yeah, sure. Sure. Dance, monkey, dance.
Harmony prevails. How
tiresome. I'm just gonna... You know what? I'm a little bit concerned that you're a little bit closer now, but I don't think... We weren't spotted, so I'm gonna... We've got 3 turns until the deep roots are ready to go. You can limp back home, and it looks like Zhao Ming is mopping up now. They do have a little army here. Is that a concern? I don't think so. We did lose a few guys, but we can replace them. And you are basically good to go. So I think what we'll do... We got 3 turns. 1, 2... I'm trying to work out how many turns we have available. What about marching? We won't be able to... I don't think... The problem is we won't be able to reach in time and get back. I want to be able to use deep roots ASAP. Sap. Just so we can get back over here to resolve this issue, because it is a bit of an issue. Oh, shall we attack Malekith? Oh, let's attack Malekith. He'll probably run away. The cowards! He didn't run away. Okay, well, we'll just have to kill him then. Oh, I love those cannons. Big flaming balls. Love them. They're great. They are great. So we've got our archers in front here, just trying to whittle down the enemy before they get into range. Just have to be a little bit careful, but those cannons... absolutely ripping through those dread spears. We do have Hagreen, a little sorceress there, flying ahead of the army. That doesn't seem like a sensible thing to be doing. Nope, that was not a sensible... Nope. See, and this is why you should wear more than a bra. This is why you should have got dressed this morning. Also, cannonballs. I mean, to be fair, like, a bra offers you about the same amount of protection to a cannonball as full plate armor. So, realistically, I guess as long as you've you know, felt confident, that was probably just as good. Ooh, some nice shots there. We're trying to target Malekith, who is currently rolling around on his chariots. Getting a few shots there. Not really doing too much damage to him. Oh, a really good Dragon Breath there, which hits multiple units and really just tears through them. We've got Hawk Riders coming around from behind as well, strafing the enemy from there. Meanwhile, the archers moving around the flank, while their infantry go to engage our front line, trying to get the cannons, probably. But Malekith has had other ideas. He does not like this flanking force and is actually going straight for us. We also have some Shades. But, you know, the problem with Shades is that they don't tend to have any armor or shields, and so will not do well in a missile duel. Okay, here comes Malekith. Malekith's charging in towards us, so we're going to concentrate all of our fire on him. We do have the Enigmas of Gyron charging down, trying to get his attention, but nope, he's really going for those archers. He does not like those archers. He's going for them. Leaving the Enigmas in the dust and slamming into the Deepwood Scouts. We managed to get a heal on them, as well as give them more physical resistance, which which means Malekith's going to have a harder time killing them. And also, he's taking missile fire from all sides. It's, yeah, he's having a bad time. He's having a bad time. We're just going to ignore that. Malekith will be going down. Meanwhile, we do have some chariots trying to flank around. Just look like they're trying to get at the Grand Cannon. Trollan gets a shot off on them. They do charge into the cannon, although they're not going to do too much damage. Malekith is currently fleeing the battlefield. He's only got 0 health, so he's not doing very well. The chariots charge into the cannon, do very little damage, and then Trollan can just, like, take pot shots at them. Meanwhile, archers no longer molested by Malekith can now charge straight towards the enemy missile units who are already under fire by that cannons. And now they're getting shot to pieces by our Way Watchers and Deepwood Scouts who are charging towards them, not to mention the Air Force above their heads, hitting them from all sides. And fairly understandably, with their lord dead and being effectively fish in a barrel, they do decide to flee the battlefield. Those are some of our guys, but don't worry about it. Once again, Malekith getting spanked by the sisters, but not in the way he wants. Let's be honest, he wants his mummy to do it.
This is the price you pay.
Okay, so that pitiful little force. They could go and well, no, I couldn't go and chase it, but we're just going to wander back there. And the sisters get frenzy, which is actually quite useful considering they're on a dragon, or they do spend most of their time just plinking away. We could really do with... Let's go Fleet Fingers with some
Craving prey.
Some caster support that we don't have.
For fresh battle.
We don't have the caster building here. I'm tempted. I mean, what we could do, we could get a branch wraith. Ambush success chance is just too good not to have. So we'll grab that. Then we can knock down that building, build a spell singer building, and get a little bit of extra magical support in there. Genuinely cannot believe that Optimus Prime survived that. I guess let's go for more missile strength. That sounds good. And more armor for our treekin. Yeah, that battle was rough, but we survived. That's the main thing. And we are but a few turns from getting our first awakened forest. Now that is really useful for us because it does mean we get an amber, and we can spend that then on. Ooh, Ward save for Lord's Army. More breath attack. We don't really have many dragons. We should definitely get more dragons. That's not going to help us whatsoever. So I guess we'll grab that one. And upkeep reduction for flying units. We do have some flying units. Maybe we should get some dragons in this army. Maybe that should be a thing. Maybe that's what we're missing. Okay, okie doke. Probably nothing here. Oh, there are rats. Orion did fuck it. Good job, Orion. See, that's how it's done. Oh, we got Forbidden Rod. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Maybe I should have confederated him. I just felt like the better option was just to not. But do I regret that? Do I regret that? Bushy. We can have Plumble Pendulum. And Carillion is going to... Oh no, Piercing Shots. Oh, I don't even know who you are. Oh, you're that one. Got Arcane Conduits. How much is Curse Vanra here? 14. That is quite expensive. Can be useful. but is quite expensive. Okay, there's nothing we can really build there that's useful. We could potentially get the forest lookouts. Do we get... Is there anything... There's nothing we really need the forge for. Because we don't have the other recruitment buildings here. So we could potentially get the Warhawk Crags. Okay, let's do that. Let's get the defenses. Again, we're not going to worry too much about that. And I guess we'll construct an outpost there.
Do you wish the lady's favor? Clever.
I mean, it wasn't that clever, but thank
Can I
you.
offer assistance?
At your service.
Really? You won't give me a trade agreement? Why? Is it because the number of trade agreements I already have? Is that the reason?
The Phoenix Court will hear your words.
Too many trade partners.
Alario
guess-
champion.
I guess if they're not going to make any money from trade because I'm already selling all my trade goods, it doesn't really make sense. The thing is, it's just a nice boost to relations, really. I think what we're going to do is we're gonna wander over here and we're gonna piss off the High Elves. So we're going to... I know we have to attack them. I thought we just had to say fuck off, but no, we have to attack them. Well, alright, I'll decide later. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, we'll upgrade you. I need to get enough money to make sure I can build the spirit reduction, cost reduction building. That one. Yeah. Hello, Nakai. Now you want a peace treaty. I'm gonna say no. I think this is a fight you started, but I genuinely can't remember, so I'm just gonna assume that it is something that you started and it's not my fault. I've done the Rite of Awakening. Don't know what that does. I don't think there are threats. Okay, Durthu, you just need to be in the local region to be able to teleport away. Meanwhile, Optimus Pine, you're going to go back to heal up because, my god, you took an absolute fucking kicking, didn't you? Poor lads. Holy shit, what an absolute beating you took. Still, I will say that those gunners, I think we're getting more gunners. They're just great. Fucking amazing. Meanwhile, let's get rid of that and get 3 tree boys. I think that's a fairly decent force. I think Optimus Pine, he's done enough to deserve that, I think, hasn't he? He's definitely, you know, beating up that army. I mean, to be honest, he won't have many threats there, but potentially we can teleport him over to help with potential other problems elsewhere. And plus, when the Vermintide spawns, I'm going to assume that Clan Eshin will be back as well. And that in itself is going to be kind of a fucking problem. Durthu, you're just chilling there for a minute. The sisters are doing it for themselves, but also just chilling. You just sit there.
Spreading harmony to battle, sister.
Okay, we'll get rid of you. Pop there. Yeah, that's a teensy little bit of magical support. Oh, we can't upgrade it until plus 10%. Oh shit, that's really nice. Okay, let's get the Roots of Gyrant. That will obviously help with the healing of the forest, although that's still going to take quite a while. We could go down to Orion's camp. The only problem with that is that we might have potential threats down here. Because this looks a little bit vampiric. But mind you, that looks like, I'm guessing that's Cetra. That's the Last Defenders. That's we did kill the Avatar of the Forest. So, no, Avatar of the Jungle. So, they may be a little bit shitty about that. I don't know. I think Nakai started it. I don't think they'll care about that, though. I think they're more... Hi. Join your war against those guys. I mean, it feels like you've kind of got this, Tyrion. Does kind of feel like you've got this. You know what? All right, I'll join in. Against my better judgment, I will do that for you. Hey, we did it! Oh, those guys are dead. Oh well, never mind. You have successfully completed the Ritual of Rebirth, healing the world roots beneath the jungles of Qian and granting the forest its glory and sentience once more. The relationship between Azurite and the temperamental tree spirits of the world will always be an uneasy one, but by healing the world roots in this region you have brought greater balance to the weave and shown them your actions are always for the good of the forest. Okay, so we can so we've got 1 turn left on the deep roots, which is great. Ariel has arrived. Yes. Now, what do we want to do? I feel like you... Well, Now, I was kind of tempted to take Charlie out of this army. I think what I might do is take this tree man out. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to cancel that. You get that one. I feel like we're quite character heavy here, which I'm not 100% sure on. I'm tempted to maybe get rid of the Dryads and get another Treekin. Tell you what, let's do that. Let's get these guys. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Let's go with that. Let's get Ariel in there. So, we need to get you over here. Let's pop you there. You can heal up. Then we can pop over to Mornington Crescent. And I can't remember if I've purged that, but if we haven't, purge it. Because we've cleaned out Estalia. You can just hop back in there for the moment. I don't think the Dark Elves want to get close to Witchwoods. I think they are concerned about how much stuff we have. Mostly the garrison, because I think the garrison... Oh, God, garrison doesn't look that beefy.
So impatient.
Is there anywhere we get trees? I don't think it's... Okay, if we we've got an 80% chance to ambush here, so we just sit here. If they send any armies down, we will just curb stomp them. Durthu can travel in 1 turn. What I don't is where I wanted to go. So we've done one of the trees. So we now have an amber to spend. Also, I can build that building now, can't I? So we want to build this one. It's going to take 3 turns, but it gives us an upkeep of 30% for forest spirit units for all armies, which is fucking amazing. That is so good. I'm actually tempted to get the forest lookouts here just because, just in case, because we still got a couple of like cities here that aren't our friends. It looks like Xiao Ming's going to purge that though, which is good. He's also not at war with many people. I guess we could go to the Haunted Forest and kick Greasus out, but Greasus is currently allied with Xiao Ming, so I feel like the Haunted Forest is probably, unless we can maybe buy it off him, but I don't think he'll probably sell it to us because we don't have any adjacent province. If we took Knobbly Gorge, I'm wondering if maybe we could buy it off Greasus, but I don't know whether he would accept that. I don't think it's probably worth trying. So, I think what I want to do... We could confederate Dryker, couldn't we? If we go down to Orion's camp and just kick the shits out of these guys, it'll be a bit of a pain, but if we can do it, on the other hand, which would? If we help the High Elves destroy the Dark Elves in the surrounding region, if we can give ourselves a bit of a buffer zone. Because, I mean, we've already got the Tomb Kings down here. I think we can head to the Witchwood, because we've already got the Sisters of Twilight here. So they and Durthu can just go on a bit of a rampage. I think that's what we do. I was tempted to go somewhere else, but I mean... Gay and Vale should heal up by itself. Just given enough time, it's completely safe. Given enough time, that's just a tick done. Join your war against those. No, not yet. I'm going to concentrate on beating back Malekith first, and then we can concentrate on Marathi, or at least if we're killing Malekith, it might give the High Elves the impetus and just to wipe Marathi out. Hello, friends. You do not look like you're doing very well. Hello. Yeah, you better run.
Finally, we fight for the forest. Accept Ariel's will.
I think that's a boppin'.
Merge with shadow. No, never.
Aim for the heads. Missile strength plus 25%. All armies. Yes. Thank you. I'll take that. Thank you very much. 52 missile strength. What? Why the fuck have you only got 36? That's weird. Why have you... Oh. Why have you got so much more missile strength? Jesus. Do you just always have more? What the fuck is going on? So you're recruited from those guys. For some reason, you've just got ludicrous amounts of weapon strength, missile strength. Okay, sure. Sure, not 100%, but sure. Right, what can we do here? So upkeep reduction, that's obviously going to be great. Missile resistance, not bad. Relations, okay. More ammunition, quite nice. Growth, yeah, I don't really need that. Income resettlements, meh, boring. Expert charge defense for Eternal Guard, we don't really recruit those, so meh, who cares. What's this? Who's this for? For Ancient Treeman Lords, they just get Flock of Doom. That's alright. Health for 4, I mean, that's figure loss reduction. Melee infantry units, fire resistance, that's okay. Reload time reduction for all armies is very nice. And poison for Treekin, Treemen, and Dryads. Pretty strong. But I think obviously upkeep reduction is going to be the best one. So we're going to spend our amber on that. Meanwhile, we're going to teleport Durthu over here. Yep. And we're going to advance.
The Sisters of Twilight, seeking purity. Not a chance.
Won't really help, but that's fine, because Durthu can easily murder any number of these guys. Okay, okie doke. I want you to heal for a turn, then we'll hop down to Mornington Crescent and make sure it's free of vermin. I haven't seen much from Ikit recently, so I'm going to assume that he's not in a good place emotionally. Where is Ikit? Okay, strength 35. He does have 5 settlements, so he definitely has some of this stuff here. If we can just make sure he doesn't have any major capitals. So as long as he doesn't have Mornington Crescent there, I think we should be okay. Because at that point, he's recruiting stacks of, you know, clan rats and Skaven slaves and maybe some other bits and pieces if he can be bothered. Not really a concern, right? And unless he can stack his armies with warp fire throwers and shit, I'm not worried about it. Is this max level already? It will it be?
Awaiting duty.
Not sure. Question mark there.
Itching for fresh battle.
Yes. So let's get more missile strength. Again, why you've got 52 missile strength, I don't know. I guess that's fine. And I guess we'll go Foe Seeker. Hello, Ilario. What do you want? Military alliance. I will accept that. Thank you very much. If we can just help the High Elves deal with the Dark Elves, that'll secure the Witchwood for us. And then we've got at least three forests. And that should be enough to get Athel Loren. And then we can consider potentially getting the others, you know, if we feel like it. Ambush foiled. Not really a major problem. I don't think the Dark Elves will be sticking around. Wild Hunt, that's fine. Optimus Pipe, we've got the upkeep reduction. So we're now making oodles of cash. You are absolutely fine. Looks like they are finishing off the last of Nakai there. How is Durthu doing? 3-9. Oh, look at this. This is going great. 8 a turn. Oh, we're going to be done in no time. Hello there.
Foolish thing. No.
Let's scamper over here. Okay, this army's a lot more manageable than that previous one he threw at me. So if we can just take out that city, he'll be left just chucking stacks of clan rats at us, which that is just a fucking turkey shoot. Okay, let's go and deal with this little problem over here. A little forest encounter. What is it? The orcs that lurk in the mountain passes of Nagrond are not natives. They are escaped slaves who have fled the mines and gladiatorial pits of the Druki. One such band of escapees has set up camp near your borders and is readying itself for a final stand against the Druki slavers who pursue them. Slaying the orcs might buy you the favour of the Druki, as well as a sizable reward, but if the greenskins were to be victorious of the pursuers, then the other slaves within the Dark Elves' domain might be emboldened. I am going to assist the orcs, I think. It just seems like that's a lot of Dark Elves. That is a shit ton of Dark Elves. That's fine. We'll worry about that next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.